Chingian felt as if someone was calling him. Your Highness, wake up. He turns his head away, but the sounds he heard did not disappear. Instead, they became even louder. Then he felt someone gently tug on his sleeve. Your Highness, my loyal prince. Chingian opened his eyes immediately, did not see any of the things he had grown familiar with. The screen was gone, the desk was gone, and so too was the wall which he had plastered with post-its. They were replaced by a strange scene, those of small brick houses around public square that was crowded with people, and a door-shaped gallows that was erected in the middle of the public square. He was seated on an elevated platform from across the square. The chair he sat on was not his usual soft swivel chair, but instead a cold and hard iron chair. Sitting alongside him was a group of people whose gazes were fixated upon him. Among them were a few young women who were dressed as medieval ladies like what he had seen in Western movies, and they were busy giggling among themselves. Where on earth is this? Wasn't I working urgently on my blueprints? Chingian's mind was vacant, perhaps caused by 3 consecutive days of working overtime that had pushed him to the limit mentally and physically. All he could remember was when he finally broke down, his heartbeat began to palpitate unsteadily, and he wanted nothing but to lie on the office table for a brief rest. Your Highness, please announce your verdict soon. The speaker was the person that had quietly tugged on his sleeve. His face was old, seemingly in his 50s or 60s, and he wore a white robe. At first glance, he had a resemblance to Gaddafi from the Lord of the Rings. Am I dreaming? Chingian thought as he licked his dry lips. Verdict? What verdict? He soon knew the people in the public square were all looking in the direction of the gallows, while waving their fists and yelling as loud as they can. Some even threw stones at the gallows. Chingian had only ever seen such an ancient instrument in place in movies. The gallows of 2 pillars is standing upwards about 4 meters from a raised base. The top ends of the 2 pillars are connected by a crossbeam, which was embedded with a rusty metal rings for a thick yellow hemp rope to travel through. One end of the rope was tied to the front of the gallows and the other was tied around the felon's neck. In this strange dream, he discovered that his eyesight was extraordinarily good. He would usually require glasses to read the words on a computer screen, but now he could clearly see every detail of the gallows, which was 50 meters away without his glasses. The felon was hooded and her hands were tied behind her back. Her shabby grey garment was akin to a piece of rug. Her body was so emaciated that her ankles, the only part of her body which was exposed, seemed like it could be broken by pinching them. It was her faintly body chest which gave away she was a female. She shivered terribly in the cold wind, yet she was observed to try to maintain her sweet posture. Alright then, Chingian thought to himself, exactly what kind did this woman commit that so many people are waiting with indignation for her to be executed? As he pondered, memory suddenly came flooding back to him. The answer to his question abruptly appeared in front of him. Chingian's memories appeared almost as if they suddenly been turned on, and he realized the cause of the situation and the answer to this question at almost the same time. She was a witch. Witches are degenerated after falling to the temptation of the devil and are now incarnation of impurity. Your Highness, Gandalf asked cautiously. Chingian glanced at the old man who actually is called Barlov and not Gandalf. He's Assistant Minister of Finance and was sent here to assist him in his government affairs. As for myself, I'm the first prince of the kingdom of Great Castle, named Roland, and I'm in charge of this place called Border Town. It was residents who caught and arrested the witch and immediately brought her to the police station. So, no, it was the court of justice. The warrant to execute this witch would typically have been issued by the local Lord of Bishop, which in this case would mean me. His memory answered every question he had indiscriminately. It was as though this part of memories was derived from his personal experiences rather than knowledge he had gained from his extensive reading. This confused him. A dream can never be details like this. Therefore, is this not a dream? Could it be that I have traveled back in time to the dark ages of medieval Europe and become royal? Have I transformed from an ignoble craftsman to a dignified prince? Albeit, this piece of territory seems barren and backward, and I've never seen the name Kingdom of Great Castle in any history book. Well, what should I do next? I shall leave aside the question of how something scientifically impossible like time travel happened. Right now, I need to end this circus. Before civilization, it was common to ascend the blame for disasters and misfortune to those pitiful witches. But Chingen could not accept that they had to be executed as well to satisfy the dark desires of the audience. He snatched the former written orders from Barlow's hands, tossed them on the ground, stretched his arms, and said, "Languid, I'm tired. The judgment shall be postponed to another day. Court dismissed." Chingen did not act recklessly or without thought. Instead, this was in accordance with the memo detailed decoration of the way the prince behaved. All he did was enacting the willful manner. The first Prince Roland was indeed this screwed up and abominable, and did whatever he wanted. Suddenly, it was possible for a 20-something unruly prince to be well cultivated. The members of the noble who sat with him seemed unsurprised, but the tall man wearing a suit of armor stood up and argued, "Your Highness, this isn't a job. All wishes should be put to death immediately upon being identified, or else what can we do if other witches attempt to save her? The church will get involved if they know of this." "Pater this handsome man is my chief knight." Chingen frowned and replied, "Why, are you scared?" His voice, which was full of brilliant mockery, sounded natural. "How could a man whose arms were thicker than a normal person's body be worried about witches breaking into our prison? Does he really think that witches are the mouthpiece of the devil? Wouldn't it be better if they catch a few more witches?" As Carter remained silent, Chingan silent with his personal guards and left. Carter pondered for a moment before he decided to catch up with the guards and walk behind Priest Roland. The other nobles stood up and paid their respect to the prince, but Chingian could see the disdain and contempt in their eyes. Back in the cave, which was considered to be the castle of the south of Bordertown, he considered his guards to deny entry to the anxious assistant minister, so that he himself could finally catch a brief respite. As a person who had usually spent 90% of his time sitting in front of a computer, he had outdone himself by speaking in front of such an audience. Usually, his newly gained memories changed. Jan located his bedroom and then sat on the bed for a long rest, which allowed his heartbeat to regain normalcy. At the moment, the most important matter was to clarify his situation. Why is the prince not residing comfortably in the king's city, but instead sent to this desolate land? The answer popped up spontaneous and left him a bit flabbergasted. Roland Wimbledon was sent here to contend for the throne. It all started when the king of Great Castle, Wimbledon III, quizzically proclaimed the heirship of this kingdom will not be based on age, but he cited the capability to govern. He then dispatched his grown-up sons and daughters to govern different territories, and after 5 years he would decide his successor based on their level of governance. Although the ideas of meritocracy and gender equality sounded progressive and futuristic, it was difficult to implement in reality. Who could guarantee that each of the five regions faced the same initial conditions? After all, this was not a real-time strategic game. According to his new knowledge, the second prince was given a much better territory than Bordertown. In fact, among five of them, none had a place as bad as Bordertown, and thus he had a huge disadvantage. Furthermore, he wondered how the level of governance would be assessed by population, military power, economic standing. Wimbledon III did not mention his criteria, or nor did he put the slightest restriction on the methods of competition. In case someone secretly assassinated the other candidates, What would they do? Would the queen stand by and watch as the children kill one another? Wait. He carefully recalled another memory. That's right, another piece of bad news is that the queen died 5 years ago. Chingyang sighed. This was obviously a barbaric and dark time during the feudal era. The way that people wanted to kill witches recklessly was enough to give him a few wins. Yet, even if he did not attain heirship, he would forever be a blood prince of Grey Castle and would be the lord of the realm for as long as he lived. Furthermore, what if I become the king? There isn't internet or other comforts to modern civilization like the locals. The only fun thing I have to do is banning witches. And living in a city where shit is excreted and dumped anywhere and everywhere, won't I eventually die of the Black Death? Chingan suppressed his chaotic thoughts and walked up to his bedroom mirror. The man looking back at him in the mirror had light grey hair, which was the royal family most distinctive feature, although his facial features were regular. His face lacked a proper shape and seemed devoid of loyal disposition. His pale face gave away his lack of physical exercise. He recalled from his new memory that he did not indulge much in wine or women. He did have several sexual relationships while in King City, but all of them were consensual. He had never forced anyone into an affair with him. He also discovered a probable reason for his time travel because of his company's urges to make progress on a project. His boss had arranged consecutive nights of overtime work for him that caused him to die of exhaustion. The victims of such a case were usually called as mechanical engineers and programmers. Forget it. No matter what, at least I got the equivalent of an extra life, and therefore I shouldn't complain too much. He began to wise up to the fact that he would probably adjust to this life in the days to come, but that for now the most important mission was to act well as the Prince Roland and not let anyone find out, or else they may believe that the devil had possessed the real Prince Roland and immediately burnt him at the stake. So, most important, live well. Chengyan took a deep breath and whispered towards the miller, "From now on, I'm Roland."